begins the whirlwind adventure of two Australian damselfish in the Great Barrier Reef. Poma Ambo and Centris Onan live in Lizard Island, where their friendship has been booming since they were eggs.
How you going, Centris? Ready to go to Pulp's Playland?
Crikey, Poma! I just gotta scrape heaps of barnacles off my coral, and I'll be ready to go.
Oi!
The Tentacle of Terror was my favorite ride, bro.
I can't wait until they open Medusa Madness next tide. Hey, do you mind if we were to take the long way home and stop by Whale Mart to pick up some plankton for supper?
It's kind of late to be headed back that way, but plankton sure does sound good.
It's later than I thought. It's getting pretty dark. Oh my gosh! What's that? Where are we, Centris?
Swim away! Swim away!
That's solid, mate. There's no way out. Let's hide in here.
Were afraid of what might be lurking outside their new shelter. What they didn't know is that they were part of an experiment, which included other same-species fish. Just like Poma and Centris, the other experiment tank was also about to endure the same fate.
What's this? Food, Centris, food!
A tube with food.
Be careful, Centris. Way to eat it all. Thanks. Wait a minute. Here comes more. Only it's different. It's not the same as it was before.
It's fine. Go eat.
Over the next few days, Poma and Centris learned to trust the food source, but then a challenge soon arose. This is one of the most crucial and time-intensive steps for the experiment.
Hey, Poma, there's no food anymore.
Oh, give it a good slap. See what happens. Maybe it's broken.
It's not working. Maybe if we give it a good shove, like the algae dispensers at Whale Mart.
Yeah, keep pushing it. It's gotta give soon.
Are you sure, mate? This hurts my face.
Oh, just a few more times. You did it! Great! But where's mine? Oh, let me try. It's not working.
Keep going.
Ugh. Food!
Food!
Oh, but now it's gone again. Wait a minute. This seems fixed. Let's try something, Centris. Hit it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Crikey, Centris, 10 times! We did it!
Ow.
No worries, food!
Poma and Centris were trained to tap the stimulus 10 times to get food and continued this method.
Throughout this experiment, Poma and Centris were involved in the determination of the physiological significance of wavelength-tuned photoreceptors in reef fish. Poma and Centris at this point were unaware of their ability to distinguish colors.
What's wrong with our feeder, Poma? There are two.
They're both very different.
Let's go with our usual.
Okay.
What Poma and Centris were seeing was a new stimulus of a yellow color. The absorption of light by cone photoreceptors in the eye helped these little damselfish distinguish between the blue and yellow stimulus. Thus, we find that they have at least 2 photoreceptors with different spectral sensitivities.
Now there are 3 in here. This is really weird.
I'm hungry. Which one shall we try?
We better stick with the one we're familiar with. The other two are so distracting.
I need more food.
Eat what you're chewing.
I need more.
Wait, they've changed again.
They're also similar, but also different. I don't get it.
We better pick our usual again. But this is concerning.
The final test was now going to happen, and Poma and Centris would have to choose in fear, as the stimulus colors become randomized and their usual won't be always available. Which will they choose?
Now that's weird. Where's our usual? There's this similar one, and those other strange ones, but it's just not the same.
Let's pick the similar one. I can't just wait around in hopes that the usual will come back. I'm hungry. Nom 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 nom. Seems fine to me.
Oh, but I'm hungry. You eat it all every time.
Sorry, I'm just so hungry.
Oh, they've changed again. But it's my turn, Centris. Move over. I better stick with that more similar color. It keeps me a little more at ease.
This randomization continued for a total of 9 different trials. Poma and Centris ate until they were stuffed. Through Poma's and Centris's brave efforts, we have found for the first time that it is possible for reef fish to learn and perform visual discrimination tasks based on color cues. Because Poma and Centris could distinguish the difference between their initial color cue for food and the distracting randomization of the other color stimuli, this is evidence for damselfish having color vision. More supporting evidence for Poma and Centris having color vision was the fact that they did not need different brightnesses of their initial blue cue to distinguish the reward from the distractor colors.
Wait! We have colored vision?
Yup.
What great knowledge we have obtained from this quest!
That makes sense, because our cone photoreceptors are highly specialized sensory neurons with a polarized structure.
What?
Would you like to know what became of the fish in the other tank?
Yeah!
As you two were trained to the blue stimulus, the fish in the other tank were trained to the yellow stimulus and went through the same trials you did. They adapted to the yellow color and chose it like you guys chose and felt most comfortable with your blue feeders. In fact, the other tank showed us that the yellow stimulus was more successfully chosen, but both tanks had an overall high percentage of the correct tapping of stimuli. Both tanks were able to distinguish their trained colors from the 3 levels of the opposite distractor color. Also, both tanks were able to correctly tap their training color independently of its brightness. Thus, you both did stupendous in your experiment.
Yay!
Finally, Poma and Centris shared their request with all the creatures of the reef. The damselfish from that day on bragged of their spectacular color vision and were proud to have helped in discovering this for the very first time in the history of the world.
Yay!